Ryan Matias here, and I'm really excited to share with you a first look of a bag that's not quite out yet by my friends at ThinkTank. This is called the Airport Helipak, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of swivel it around. You can see there's a nice mesh pocket for bottles of water or just anything that you need. You've got belt system, so this is good, especially if you have, like me, I use a filter hive by Mindshift to hold filters. So if I want to take those, I can take them with me, and it also obviously gives you support by using the belt clip. Arm straps are really nice. They feel really soft. And then I always love when arm straps have these kinds of pockets, these mesh pockets, because a lot of times I'll put a little flashlight or my knife in there. The back padding is super nice also as well. I mean, what you would expect. Really nice support here. Now, you might be wondering, what is this particular bag about? And you can kind of see, if you look at the pattern here, it gives you a really good idea. Also, the actual name of the bag being Helipak. This bag was actually built specifically for owners of DJI Phantom series quadcopters. So when you're traveling somewhere, those quadcopters can be a bit cumbersome. That's where a pack like this is perfect. So before we go into the main compartment, let's take a quick look over here. There is an outer compartment. This pocket right here can easily hold up to, it looks like even a 17-inch laptop. I use a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and I have a kind of a neoprene case for it, so I would just slide that in here. More than enough room. You can see there's just tons of room down here, and also a bunch of little pockets for you to throw just random things if you have battery pouches or SD card wallets, that kind of stuff. So that's, you know, that's pretty standard, what you would expect from a bag like this. But let's go ahead now and open up the main compartment. And so what you can see here is what you would expect for this kind of a bag. You have a main compartment here that's divided up, and then I actually just kind of my own little disclaimer, I totally rearranged the dividers that ThinkTank includes because, and I'll show you why. So, quadcopter. We'll go over here. Let's grab one here. So this is the DJI Phantom 2 Vision Plus. And I just got this recently. I haven't had a chance to use it, but I got this bag with perfect timing because I'm going to head out tomorrow to give it a whirl in the gorge. Now, something you want to know, or you can notice here, is that with the propellers on, which I had, this quadcopter will not fit into the bag. So we're going to go ahead and remove the propellers, and now you can see that the quadcopter fits really nicely over here. Now, there are other things that you will want to bring with you when you're going flying. First, and probably most importantly, is the controller. So I've got my controller here. You know, I've got the phone holder here on the top, and I kind of have it aligned like this. I put the antenna flush with the controller. I put the phone holder up like this, and then I just slide it in there, and that fits perfectly. And this is kind of how I prefer it. You could remove the extender and the phone holder if you want, but I like to just get everything out right away, and we're good to go there. The other things that you'll probably want to bring with you, obviously propellers, and also if you have an extra set of spare propellers, bring those. And the great thing is that there are these zipper pockets, which is where I would keep this stuff. So I'm just going to I'll start with this spares. I'll put those over here. And then the 4 production propellers, I'll just put in the kind of zipper pocket right there. Okay, so we've got those. The other thing that I'll bring with me is a spare battery over here. So that I'll just kind of throw. There are these 4 pockets that you can just put other storage. So I put the spare battery there, and I'll also bring the battery charger with me. So that kind of goes right there as well. And I'll just kind of stuff it in there. And that kind of gives it a really nice tight fit. Alright, beyond that, the only other thing I would take with me for flight is DJI includes some tools and some spare replacement things. So this I'll just throw into a zipper pocket up here. Okay, so now we've got the quadcopter, the remote. It already has a battery in here, and then a spare battery charger, propellers, and spare set of propellers. We've got what we need to fly, but if you're like me, I also typically like to have my camera with me. Now, the bag was not necessarily designed for bringing a camera along, but just because it wasn't designed for it doesn't mean that you can't take advantage of it. So here's what we're going to do. Right over here, got my A7 II. That is going to fit beautifully right there. I mean, it's almost as if the pocket was made for a camera, a mirrorless camera like this. So the Sony A7 II goes in there. My Sony FE 70-200mm lens, what I did was I made a pocket up here for that to fit. That goes in really nicely. Sony FE 24-70 goes in this pocket right there. And then the Sony FE 16-35mm goes right there. So I have quadcopter and all of the things. I've got a camera. I can even put another camera here if I wanted to. And then I've got 3 lenses. The spare things like battery pouch, SD card wallet, remote control, all that stuff can go in here really easily, or I can throw it into this spare pocket. But there is tons of room over here. And so for the kind of quadcopter UAV aficionados out there, this bag is definitely for you. Everything just feels really solid, really safe, and if we just close everything up, if you can see, it's right here. It's actually not that heavy at all, and it sits up really nicely. So really nice job to ThinkTank for this. I really appreciate that they're kind of being aggressive with putting a bag specifically for the Phantom series, which is probably the most popular quadcopter out there. And if you've got one and you're looking for an easy way to travel with your quadcopter gear and clearly your camera gear, I'd say this bag is definitely something to look for. The only thing that I can think of, and I don't blame ThinkTank for this, but because this is not technically considered a camera bag or an adventure bag, there are no tripod straps or anything like that. So you're gonna either have to do something clever using bungee cords, or you're just gonna have to carry the tripod. But that's to be expected. I don't fault them for that. They don't have a kind of like a pouch for a reservoir, like a Camelback kind of bladder. So again, I don't fault them for that at all. But all in all, this is a fantastic bag if you're looking to bring your quadcopter gear, specifically the Phantom series by DJI, on your next adventure. So I want to thank again my friends at ThinkTank for giving me this bag early on. The bag should be out pretty soon, so check out their website, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.